Hello everyone, and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Rakdos Sacrifice. So, Rakdos Sacrifice is not only a pioneer deck, it's also very relevant in Standard because of the new inclusion of Disturbing Mirth. This is a 2-mana enchantment where it enters, we sacrifice another enchantment or creature. If we do, we draw 2 cards. And whenever we sacrifice Disturbing Mirth itself, we get to manifest Dread. So the crazy thing about this card is that there's actually a lot of things in Standard that we want to sacrifice. Hopeless Nightmare, we want it to die. We wanted to be able to get that Scry 2 ability, the curse roll on the Spiteful Hexmage, we want to sacrifice. We want to be able to get our Spiteful Hexmage into a 3/2 instead of a 1/1. We also want to sacrifice the Clockwork Percussionist because when it dies, we get to exile top card of our library, and we may play it at the end of our next turn. So it's not just this turn. A whole turn cycle can go through and can play it next turn. That's a really good card. So that's the idea about this deck. And of course, we got self-sack in Rottenmouth Viper, self-sack in Braids, Arisen Nightmare. So let's talk about how Decklist. In the early game, for tempo play, we want to have 4 Hopeless Nightmare, 4 Spiteful Hexmage, 4 Clockwork Percussionist. So we got turn 1, 1 drop, very easily locked down. We also have 4 Greedy Freebooter. We can, if we have nothing else, we can play this. We can sacrifice this for a Scry 1 and a treasure. Not quite so crazy as the Shambling Gas, I think what it's called, back when we can kill a creature with a -1/-1. But this is still pretty good because we scry and get a treasure. We also have 2 Scavenger's Talents. This is something that if you have nothing else to do, dropping it on turn 1 isn't too bad as well. Whenever a creature we control dies, we get a food token once per turn, and then those food tokens we can sacrifice the things that we want to. That's our turn 1 play. Now on the other side of that, the not turn 1 play that we can still do, we got turn 1 Duress, of course. That's something that you can consider playing if you have nothing else. Or if you want to hide what you're doing, turn 1 Duress your opponent and figure out what your opponent's doing and learn about what you need to play for your game. Alright, so and then we have 3 Final Vengeance, sacrifice an enchantment or creature, or actually creature or enchantment, and exile target creature. Guess what? We can use the what is it called? The Curse Roll token as an enchantment to sack, and then we can Final Vengeance and get double upside. We also have 3 Torch the Tower, an absolute necessity in the current metagame because Torch the Tower exiles. Read this ability, it says exile. So what that means is that we deal damage to a pump creature on a red deck. They try to get their dice trigger. They don't get any, and then they'll quit because they realize that's not how Magic works. So yeah, Torch the Tower is an amazing card in the current Standard. We also have Nowhere to Run and 4 Disturbing Mirth as our 2-drop. Now, a lot of decks go for the throw. I don't agree with that. Nowhere to Run is a lot better in this style of deck because after we kill a creature with a -3/-3, the enchantment sticks around that we can sacrifice. That's why I love Nowhere to Run. And then on turn 3, we got 3 Braids, 3 Urbrass Forge. Amazing cards in this deck. Braids constantly pushes the envelope while drawing us cards, and Urbrass Forge just, makes those trampling tokens our opponent can't stop. There's actually another combo in Forge Talent. Unlike the Caretaker's Talent, in black we have Scavenger's Talent. So whenever at the end of turn the Urbrass Forge token dies, or actually we have to sacrifice it, we'll get that food token. So yeah, it's not as good as drawing a card every turn, but getting a free food token in a deck that keeps sacrificing things is fairly relevant. And then we have our end game, the Rottenmouth Viper. Don't let the 6 CMC fool you. A lot of times we're going to play this for 1 or 2, sacrificing a bunch of food tokens, curse roll tokens, things that are just like around like Hopeless Nightmare that we don't want. And after we sack all of them, we get a 6/6 Nightmare, and we get all of the plus abilities on all those dead permanents. So that's kind of the idea. Of course, we're a very aggressive deck, so believe it or not, even lower mana curve, 19 lands total. So yeah, 3 Swamps, 2 Mountains, 4 Blackcleave Cliffs, 4 Blazemire Verge, 2 Restless Vents, and then 4 Sulphurous Spring. This is our super aggressive Rakdos Sacrifice deck, and I've learned the hard way. Mulligan for a land that's untapped. You don't want to play turn 1 with tap lands. There was one game where I started the game with 2 Restless Vents, and I basically could not play anything that whole game. You won't see that game because it's boring. Nothing gets played, and don't play that way. Now, if you get 2 Restless Vents in your opening hand, mulligan for better hands. And then, I've never got mana screwed once. So that's pretty important. 19 lands, never get mana screwed. That's the shuffler for you. Alright, that's all I got. Let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Tozuis. Ius. I don't know. We're gonna go first. Black mana, black spells. Seems good. Sacrifice an enchantment. I draw 2 cards. Oh, even better. This is a great start. Hello. Here's a Hex Mage. He's very spiteful. White, huh? Well, we're gonna get even more spiteful. Sacrifice that enchantment. We draw 2 cards. Now we hit for 3. Ooh boy. Carrot cake. Alright, mono white control. I mean, I should have seen that from the Sunken Citadel anyways. But now that solidifies it. This does have haste. Creature enchantment, exile target creature. Not worth it. Let's go rush. Oh, he just takes it. Okay. What do I put it on? Come on, these 1/1s. I can also sacrifice this Disturbing Mirth to the Final Vengeance. Not necessary, but can be done. Lay down arms. Alright, that happened. Guess we shall manifest our destiny. Feels like there's a get lost going on here. Oh, is it a double block on the Hex Mage? Huh. I don't know if I would do that. It's giving me a bunch of cards. There you go. Double block on a Hex Mage. Alright, now you discard a card. Wow, the talent. Was not expecting that. So do I play the Relentless Vent here? Or do I try to sack my Nightmare? No, I'll play the Vent. This only exiles a creature. He's got nothing? He's got nothing. He's got 3 mana. He might have removal for my Vent. Do I still attack with the Vent? Get 2 damage in. I mean, he didn't play anything, so. Oh, he has removal for the Vent. Well, he should have used it while he had a chance. Virtue. The Freebooter. Oh, we can block that one. Until the end of my next turn, right? Free boot. The boot, he's free. A lot of things we can sack. Into a Viper, no less. Just letting this happen. Okay. Let's get a Forge going. Now that is a lot of things on board. Two, 3, 4. I'll sack 4, and I'll pay 2. Let's do the Scry first. Yeah, I don't want to manifest a Freebooter, right? There we go. I gotta treasure. Then I manifest the dread. Ooh, they're both pretty good. Sack an enchantment or manifest. Nah, it's not as good. Technically it's better. Now I get to scry 2 more. All those cards I can put away. Now I get to exile a card, and I can play it this turn if I want to. Don't have to play with the treasure. He has discard a card, lose 4 life. Oh, he sacks a permanent. Wow. Alright, that is not what I expected. So, let's keep this going. He has to kill the Viper. We got a face down card and a Forge that can all kill him. He's going to flank us. He's going to be exile our graveyard? No, probably just gain 2 life. Yeah, just gain 2 life here. He's too far away from a not farewell, a Sunfall. At this moment. Is it turn to face up anytime? Force mana cost, right? It's not a sorcery. But I turn it into a 3-2 instead of a 2-2. That doesn't do much. Alright. Destroy the whole board. That's pretty scary. So I can do this. Sacrifice an enchantment or a creature. Alright. So we will attack. I can make food. Attack with a vent. Don't have to discard anything, right? Actually, I don't have enough to make food. Because this costs 4 and I have 2 more mana. Yeah, I don't have enough. I decline. Auto-pay. I'm gonna lose my Scavenger's Talon, but it's the cost of playing this. And also a land. Okay. Here's a Clockwork Percussionist. And also Restless Vents. And we also have a 2-2. Everybody's getting in here. Actually, is it 2 or 3? Soul Partition. On the stack? How would you do that on the stack? GG. That is not how you play that deck. But he was kind of mana screwed anyways. Alright, our opponent is Duress. I don't know. Something 82. They go first, and we got 1 land, so that is a mulligan if I've ever seen one. Not even a bad hand, I just needed more lands. Alright, so that is a bad hand, but something we'll live with. Torch the Tower can help remove early game. Okay, I guess I have to remove early game. There's a Cacophony. Oh, jeez. Alright. That's 3 torch in a row. I'll take the 1 damage if that's all we're going to do. Let's get greedy. All of my lands deal damage to me against a freaking burn deck. This ought to be fun. Might have the meat to draw a card. I want to stop him on drawing a card. I was a little bit too trigger happy about that. Pass the blockers, I'll block you. Enchantment or creeps. Monsters Rage. Alright, let's try it out. You have another pump spell. Alright, it's gone. Okay, do we want to... Well, let's attack with the Freebooter, I guess. I think I'm gonna get a food token out. Right? If I use this... No. I want to play this first. Obviously, I sack to get the food token. Man, I've dealt way more damage to myself than this guy did to me. Alright, let's sack the Freebooter. Well, I can just scry. That's unfortunate. I get a scry afterwards. Another one of these? That's pretty good. I do like to chain them. I got a treasure and a food. I can sack the food to torch if I need to. Alright, he's plotting a slip shot. So, do we just Disturbing Mirth again? Like $1 million for 2. I don't think that's worth it. 3 non-land permanent return a creature. I don't think that's worth it. So let's Mirth out our Mirth. I can manifest nowhere to run, but it doesn't actually do anything. I would much rather draw this card, right? So I manifest a land. I mean, this card is an enchantment that flips a face up. Slip shot show off. He's gonna pump. Monster's Rage. Alright, let's bargain. 3 damage by sacrificing our food or our Mirth. We'll sack the Mirth. Manifest again. It's not doing anything on board. We get another food token too. That is great. Alright, bunch of lands. Cool. Jesus. Can I stop drawing lands? I mean, I'm dominating this guy, but I am only drawing lands. And I'm down to 1 more removal spell. Pretty scary. Okay, Forge is great. Forge means that we can start pushing for damage. And we get a food every turn. Thanks to the Forge and Scavenger Talon. The other Talon combo. I mean, I'll take the 1 damage if it's just 1 damage. Felonious Rage. I don't want him to get... He doesn't get anything from Torch. Turn inside out. That's fine. Seems like he had nothing. Sack of food. All that damage is gone, and look, it's exile, so you don't get all those triggers. Oh, haha! Now losing another card. Thank you. Down to 1 card, aren't you? Leyline. None of these flipping face up means anything, so down to 15. I'll just level this up because I have nothing else to do. Oh, GG. Take that, mono red. Man, he just got really outpaced. Alright, our opponent is Cherubale. Cherubim. We go first. We got, oh my, that is a disgusting hand. I don't have red, so Saphira Spring will be our only red, but still, seems to be real good. And we're going first. Let's see what go wrong. Something can go wrong. Hex Mage. He hexed himself. He's got a forest, huh? Gotta be careful where I click. Sack the Cursed, draw 2 cards. Attack for 3. Ooh, we'll get our Viper out soon. That's insanely good. Do we forge or do we try to get the Viper out quickly? Oh, it's a ward deck. Okay. Do I forge this turn? I could play 3 1-drops. So I play Forge and start attacking. Is he gonna remove my Forge? Yeah, I don't want to use the Scavenger or the Hopeless Nightmare right now, since it's not doing much, right? The Hopeless Nightmare is gonna make him discard a card that he chooses out of 5. Instead, if he plays out a lot of his spells, then he have less choice to choose from. I don't know. That sounded dumb, but you get my point. Shelter by Ghost. Alright, it's one of those decks. He's going to take out my Forge. You take out the Forge, wouldn't you? He takes out the Hex Mage. What? Alright, he's going to gain a lot of life. How do I fight this? Can I fight this? So I could play this. Don't really get to sacrifice much. I get a food token at the end of turn because of the Forge. Scar car. Probably should have played this first. This gives away a lot of my information. Do I care about this attacking? He's not gonna block, right? Yep. So if I sack, I get the food. Yeah, he didn't see that coming. I don't know if it will matter. The Shelter by Ghost is obviously backbreaking here. But we're gonna have to try to make do. Zero armor. He's gonna gain a lot of life. But it's not trampled. He still has something? What could it be? It's probably the ward card. Alright, let's scry. I don't need that vent. I can play both Percussionists and sack them for cards. Actually, I can only play one because I don't have red. Oh boy, that feels bad. Okay, let's go to the attack. I don't have a treasure. I have a treasure. One, two, three, four. Sack of food. That's 5, right? So I manifest one of these. Yeah, I don't know about Braids being good or not, to be honest. What can I get here that would be good though? I don't know, he's going to deal a lot of damage to me and I don't have a good blocker in the way. So maybe it's Braids. Well, Braids is something I have to play next turn. Next thing is the remove a card, right? So it's going to remove the Sulfurous Spring. And then I'll draw the Braids next turn. Now I can play the Percussionist. Take another one. Alright, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or I sack the Scavenger's Talent. Second Viper. This should be something. Sacks. I still have a Forge. Audacity. Now he has Trample. Will he not attack though? He does attack. So if I don't block, I die to like the Ward Pumper. Down to 3. He goes to 20. Alright, not necessarily gonna be able to kill him like this, but we'll find out. I get a 3. Oh no, I get a 4. Yeah, it was the Shard Mage. Dude, what? Yo, GG. Man, we dealt so much damage. He didn't want to sack any of those permanents, I guess. We would be wrong. Goodbye. Alright, our opponent is Dylon. Dylon? No, it's Dylon. Well, it's not a bad hand. Not great, but we're going second, so it's kind of what we have to hope for. Huh. What are you going to target? My Mirth? You monster. It's kind of hard. Up the beanstalk? Jeez, okay. Fine. It's gonna be like that, huh? So that's the kind of game we're playing. My turn to look at your hand. You're gonna destroy all enchantments? No, he's gonna drop one card from me. Okay. Probably took my best card, but now neither of us have a hand. Another beanstalk, just best cards you can draw. And then the land. Ugh, come on. That's not fair. I get nowhere to run, which is kind of a dead card. But he is at 11. All that Hopeless Nightmare is doing his work. sack a nightmare. Maybe we can fix our draw a little. Okay, I guess the answer is no. We can't fix our draw a little. Kill your fish. Before he can sack it to draw a card, I guess. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. He makes another fish on his turn, no less. Don't know why. Really? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 mana. I only need to sack 3 things. Another Viper. Sack 1 up the beanstalk. He really wanted that fish. Oh, he wanted to sack into the Mirth to draw 2 cards. That's what he stole from me. Okay. We got go for the throat there. No, GG. Haha, we got him. The Vipers got him. Also, all those nightmares. Alright, our opponent is Sugar Master. Sugar. Oh, honey, honey, do. We get to go first. Oh boy. Hex Mage, Mirth, go first. That's the dream. Oh, never mind. There goes our dream. Now it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. He has no creatures? Or he's holding back his creatures. Probably holding back his creatures. Did a shock or something? Do I hold back a block? No, I don't think the block's gonna matter. Feels like he has a shock. If he had a shock, he should have used it. Might have the Meek for a card though, okay? It doesn't double unless you target your own creatures. He plots. Cool. So what do I do here now that he plotted? I definitely want to duress him, right? That's 100% the play I want to make first. Oh boy. Look at all those things. I'm gonna take out a Monster's Rage. And then let's get a Freebooter out maybe? You can catch him with a torch. I don't have a token to sacrifice to, so I have to catch him with a torch. Alright, that's all his cards. Now I'm gonna kill it. 2 damage to your slick shot. Oh look, it's exiled. GG. Let's get the F out of here. Haha, I knew it. Get out. Stupid red deck. You thought you were gonna have a turn 2 win. Instead, you got a turn, I don't know how many that is, but loss. GTFO. Alright, our opponent is Quincy Jones. Yo. Isn't Quincy Jones the one that did Looney Tunes? I don't remember. Something. Okay, we can duress him turn 1. Do we want to duress him turn 1? Do we just want to unload? I think I want to duress. It's really tricky. Let's go with the duress. Doesn't tell him much about what we're doing, but it tells a lot about what our opponent is. Alright, there's a squirm. We'll take the squirm. There's a Rubber Belt Maverick. Yeah, it's a reanimated deck. Start attacking with this. Definitely gonna block. What are we gonna get as a top deck here? Braids. Oh. Okay, yeah, that was turn 2. Definitely playing the Braids this turn. Does he have a counterspell in his deck? Maybe it's a bounce? No, it's just a big block. Oh, okay, fine. I guess he gets to reanimate anyways. 1, 2. How many does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4. Okay, well, we got Vengeance. Next turn we draw a land here. Do I want to draw a land? Probably. I'll play the land. I get a treasure. I just need to land the Viper, right? The Viper will get him real good. The thing is, can I play the Viper next turn with a land? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had to sack the Braids. I don't want to do that. Jason, my Braids. This is only on creature. No, he's gonna know himself.
I will clear your path.
How many does he have? It doesn't show me, huh? I gotta read this manually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So you can get Atraxa back up. And that is annoying. How do I play the Viper? Gives me treasure, but then I have to sacrifice things. That doesn't really work, right? Manifest Dread. If you just bring back Atraxa, I think we can kill him. Yep. What are the reveal cards? Is there a 1-drops? No 1-drops here. Yeah, I don't know if I can kill him, honestly. There's a lot of things going on here. I don't have explicit damage other than this that may be able to deal 3 damage.
Heal.
That's a treasure. There's no point in using it. I could use it on my turn. The thing is, how much damage can I deal, right? 1, 2, 3. This is just 3. This is 2 more. So there's only 5. It's not lethal with just 5 damage. I pay 3 and I pay 3 and this costs 3, so that should be good enough. Okay, I want that on top. I don't actually get to manifest anything, right? Sack a land. I don't think he's gonna sack a land. Oh, he probably will sack a land, to be fair. He only needs 3 for squirming. He didn't sack a land. If he tries to Atraxa again, you can get him. But he has 5 mana. I don't know what he's gonna play. I also don't think the Viper is gonna get us there. He can play 1 spell. It is just an attraction. Okay. What else did he reveal? Bitter Triumph. Oh man, that's a lot of Bitter Triumphs. Founding. Into a Bitter Triumph, probably. He's gonna kill the Viper or Braids? Kill the Viper. Alright, I don't have an artifact, unfortunately. Oh, ha! GG. Man, the clutch. The clutch top deck. Unfreaking believable. But we got him. Doesn't matter, we got him. That's all. That's all. The win is all that matters. Yeah. GG. Ha. Stolen. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen all of those games, how did this feel? This deck is amazing. I think I got 6 wins out of 8 games. That's what a rate, right? That's 75%. And one of the games, that was entirely my fault. I didn't mulligan. I got 2 Restless Vents. I thought I could play through. I can't play through. I was going second. I had 2 Restless Vents. I was 2 turns behind. And on an aggro deck, you don't want that to happen. Otherwise, this deck's amazing. It beat everything, that was thrown at us. We beat an artifact deck that had 7/7s on board. We beat a reanimator deck that reanimated Atraxa twice. Actually, I think they reanimated Atraxa and then reanimated all. What is that? Behold the Multiverse or All the Multiverse, Beyond the Multiverse, whatever it's called. The free cast spell, basically almost an omniscience, and we still got it. Why? Because this deck does so much pressure with hidden damage, right? Hopeless Nightmare, hidden 2 damage. Rottenmouth Viper, hidden 4 damage. Braids, hidden 2 damage. Those games we stole from our opponent because they thought the damages weren't going to be much. They thought they had time. They didn't have time. We land the Hopeless Nightmare and they're dead. So yeah, this deck is amazing, but really it depends on how you pilot it and how your opponent reacts to it. Right now, not a lot of people are aware of how this deck works, so you can get a lot of wins just by stealing it from our opponent, by just keep draining their life a little bit at a time. Now, I did talk about Vents being not a good land in that it's the only tap land in this whole deck. However, I do think that Relentless Vents is something that you cannot go without. As you see in one of the few games, I think it's the first or the second game, Relentless Vents actually got us the game. Being able to attack with a 2/3 Menace is insane against decks that have basically no creatures, because it's Menace. And we get to cycle a card. Sometimes we get to drop a Rottenmouth Viper in our graveyard and reanimate it with the Scavenger's Talent. That's even better. So yeah, I would say this deck is one of the hidden gems on Standard that not a lot of people are aware of yet, but it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Everybody's gonna realize, and we know a lot of people like playing Rakdos. This is the beautiful Rakdos deck. It's got aristocrats tied to its own playstyle. So yeah, it is an amazing deck. That's really all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.